Hey everybody, Justin here with BearzapperBBQ. I got a new recipe for you today. It's the first time I've ever tried this recipe. I've never made beef short ribs before and I'm really pumped for it. We're going to smoke them on the big green egg. Then we're going to braise them in a cast iron pot. All in all, about 5 hours total cook time, maybe 3 hours on the egg smoking, 2 hours braising. We're gonna make our own gravy. We're gonna do some mashed potatoes, got some carrots, some onions. I am pumped for this. My stomach is rumbling. Your stomach is probably rumbling as well. This is gonna be awesome. Let's do this. All right, everybody. So we have about a pound and a half or so of short ribs here. I got these from Avon Prime Meats. And cut up real nice. Not going to be making too much, but we got 4 really nice pieces here. So all I'm going to do, these have already been trimmed up, so you can see there's some nice fat left, but not a lot. These are pretty lean. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to rub the, I'm going to take some French's yellow mustard. I'm going to rub it all over it just to adhere. Then we're going to put Lane's brisket on there. And we're going to let that sit for, I don't know, about an hour maybe. Let it get up to room temperature. And then we're going to start smoking. You just want to get a nice thin layer all over the meat, even on the fat. Again, just like my other recipes, this really doesn't add any flavor. It just adds, it's almost like a glue, right? It just allows the rub to adhere to it. What you do is take the brisket seasoning and generously sprinkle it on top. We're going to flip and flip and flip, and we're just going to pat it to make sure it sticks nicely. Cool. Flip, 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 pivot. Nice. Awesome. So we're just gonna let these sit. I'm gonna go get myself some more meat. And then we're gonna start smoking. All right. So we have our 4 pieces here. Now we have another 4 here. What I absolutely love about beef short ribs is they're so versatile, right? You can have them as is over mashed potatoes, or you could put them in a grilled cheese or in a mac and cheese, or they're so easy. They're so good. You just can't go wrong with these. So we're gonna add some mustard back to this, and make sure it's nice and tacky. We're gonna season again, and we're gonna get that fire pit going. We're going to do something a little different with this recipe. We're going to, as I said before, we're going to smoke these over the top so that the drippings fall into the Dutch oven. And then, where we're going to have some onion and some carrot hanging out and some red wine and some beef broth. And we're going to make, with that, we're going to make our own gravy to go on top. And I'm thinking we do this on, helps to take the lid off if you're gonna actually sprinkle some on top. I think we're gonna do these on top of maybe some mashed potatoes or maybe some baked potatoes or grilled potatoes out on the egg. So we're gonna see how that goes. But anyway, we're gonna let this sit for just a few more minutes while I get the grill ready. All right, everybody, so we have the egg warming up. We have our Egg Genius going. We want it set for about 225. We have our probe here for our meat. We've got the ConvEGGtor in there. Now we're gonna put our cast iron in there filled with red wine and some carrots and onion. Then we're going to put the grill grate over that. And we're going to put the meat on top, and we're just gonna let that kind of drip in as it smokes into the Dutch oven. All right, so while the egg is getting up to temperature, I've mixed some carrots, some onions, and some garlic in the Dutch oven. Now we're gonna mix in some beef broth, some red wine. I have a Pinot Noir, and a little bit of soy sauce, just a little bit, just to give it a little slightly different flavor. So we're gonna do beef broth, red wine, little soy sauce, mix that in here. Then we're going to arrange the beef short ribs on top on a grill grate on top. Let it drip in with all this, and it's going to create an amazing sauce. All right, so we did the bottle of Clos de Napa. We did a container of beef broth. I did do less sodium, and then I just kind of opened this and went around the container 1.5 times for the soy sauce. I'm gonna mix this all together. We're gonna throw this onto the egg. All right, so we've got the meat on top of the grill grate over the Dutch oven. As you can see, grill's right around 250. And we're gonna let this cook. All right, it's starting to tack up real nice. We definitely want this to smoke a bit longer though, to get more of a bark on that. And then we're gonna put it into the pot below, and we're gonna braise it for a few hours. All right, so they've been on for about 3 hours. Oh, look at that. They're looking really good. Oh, they're feeling really good. Oh yeah, ooh. Cool. So I'm gonna take these off, and I'm gonna put them in the cast iron that I took off before, just to get a little bit more smoke and a little less moisture to it. Put them in there, put the grate back in, and then we're gonna braise them in that sauce that we have going. Awesome, so the meat's back in the sauce. We're just gonna cover this with the lid. Boom. I like it. Now we're gonna put that right back onto the grill grate. All right, so we have the, we've been braising this, cooking this within the stew for about, yeah, we're right at 205. Look at that. 206, beautiful. Couldn't ask for anything better. So these are ready. What I'm going to do is I'm going to keep this on the heat, but I'm going to shut down all the vents so that the heat kind of shuts off. I'm going to let this sit a little bit longer in this, and then I'm going to start making a gravy out of the juice. It smells really good. Whew, it's getting all smoky. Oh yeah. So yeah, I'm gonna make a gravy out of the juice, and we're gonna enjoy this. So I'm gonna let it sit for a little bit longer. The carrots are in there, the onions are in there, tomato paste, red wine, beef broth, garlic, and now the meat. We're gonna let it sit. All right, so now we're gonna start on our mashed potatoes. So I have water in here that I salted. I'm gonna start cutting the potatoes right on here. Now we're gonna get this grooving. All right, so we have 3 pretty good sized potatoes. We're gonna make sure that we wash the potatoes well. Then I'm gonna peel them and dice them up. All right, so now we have the potatoes peeled. We're just gonna cut them up just so they cook a little bit quicker. Nothing fancy, just cut them in half and then into some chunks. Really easy. This one is a little denser, so I'm gonna just cut that in half again. Easy. Gonna give them a little bath. Let them get nice and tender. Those look good. Let's let them cook. All right, so now what we've done is we've taken some of the broth, sauce, cooking mixture. We've put it into a separator. So we have some of the veggies here. Actually, just strain these a little bit more. Pour some of those back in. So we have it, we have a separator here, a fat separator. So we're gonna use this to make some gravy. So I think I might try to make it out here on the egg, although, yeah, let's try and make it on the egg. I'm gonna go grab a pan and let's do this. Well, apparently my camera decided not to record that last one. We decided to make the gravy inside. We took 4 tablespoons of butter, 4 tablespoons of flour, and then 2 cups of the drippings. And I'm just mixing now. The color is beautiful on it. The smell is incredible. Just want to taste it now. Wow. Wow, that taste is awesome. Holy cow, that's really good. All right, I'm gonna add a little bit more drippings from outside just to make it a little thinner. It's a bit thick. I'm gonna go grab that now. All right, reaction time. Meat, potatoes, and my homemade gravy. Let's do this. This is insanely good. It's so good. Oh my gosh. 40 years and I've never had this in my life. What have I been missing? Insane. So good and so easy. Make this. 9.5 out of 10, maybe a 10 out of 10. The flavoring is amazing. How it was cooked was amazing. It's got a little bit of smoke flavor. Super tender. I mean, it pulls apart with a fork. The mashed potatoes are awesome. The gravy is so good. And the flavoring of it, the Lane's barbecue brisket, it's some salt, some pepper, some garlic, I think. I could look at it, but that's what I'm getting tastes of. Ooh, baby. Honest to God, this is just so good. Even the carrots. Let's try a carrot. Oh my God. This is amazing. Oh my God, this is amazing. You'll love this. Do it.